up, everybody? This is Fitty.
And I'm Izzy.
And this is
How We Talk
Podcast.
That's right, baby.
That's right.
Episode number
50,
high
12.
50s. I don't know either.
59? 58.
58 maybe.
All right, cool.
58. Not bad, huh?
That's good.
Is that your favorite number?
58?
Yeah.
No, 84.
84.
Yeah.
What number's on your hat?
John 3:16.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
Nice.
Today's guest, Elvis Chen.
Oh, yeah.
He's a friend of mine. Actually, he's a very new friend of mine. I didn't tell you that.
A new friend of yours.
Right?
Oh.
Fairly new. Yeah,
Okay.
fairly new. We met at church. I wanted to start the podcast off, if it's okay to ask, how did you get the name Elvis?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I'm sure you get that a lot.
I would guess that his parents named
Yeah, let's
him
hear
that?
some guesses.
Your parents named you that.
Well,
Well, yeah.
Well,
no,
you know,
that's it.
That's how he got it.
that's 50%. Well, yes. But that's 50%. That's
okay. So the parents named him.
Yeah.
There's only so many options.
I'm
right?
gonna say that your mom was a fan of Elvis.
It's a good guess.
It's a good guess.
Good guess. Okay. Me,
Decent
I'll
guess.
say, I don't know any other Elvis, but
You don't know any other Elvis?
Crespo.
Well, Crespo, but he was too. How old are you?
35.
35. Yeah.
Just turned 35.
You don't ask a man that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Just turned 35.
Hashtag
Did you
me
really
too.
just recently?
Yeah, March 2nd.
Oh, nice. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Belated.
It is belated,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
So Elvis, I would say that your parents, or wait, maybe they were.
Hey,
they were.
I got-
were they
I got-
Central America or South America?
No.
No.
No. My last name is Chen.
Yeah. I thought maybe they traveled a little bit over there.
I do have an older brother and an older sister.
Oh, you
so
do?
If that helps any.
Oh, okay, cool.
That
What are their names?
That helps. Not at all.
Can I guess their names?
Yeah, but
Brother and sister.
right.
One of them is James Dean. The other one is Marilyn Monroe.
No. They were born in Taiwan though. So
Okay.
yeah.
Do they have?
But nothing fancy with them. My sister is Lisa. My brother's David.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Lisa,
I came
David, and
out
Elvis.
with Elvis.
Yeah. So
But
what-
my sister's 8 years older,
okay.
and my brother's 6 years older. So they're a
Okay.
bit older. I was born
Yeah.
in Texas. If that helps any.
Wow.
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was born in Texas. Yeah.
So Elvis is your birth name.
Elvis is my birth name. It says it on my birth certificate in Grand Prairie, Texas. Yeah.
Nice. Grand
Yeah,
Prairie.
and it also says I'm Caucasian. On my birth certificate. Yeah, it sure does.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does
It's
it really?
Texas. Yeah, sure
I
does.
love it.
Yeah,
I love
born
it.
and raised in Texas.
Yeah.
So the story is, and that's half of it. My parents, I would say my dad was more of an Elvis fan,
Yeah.
and he had this booklet of Elvis songs, and he plays the guitar, and he's been singing most of his life. And when
Nice.
he sings Elvis Presley songs,
Yeah.
he sounds like Elvis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Nice.
sounds like Elvis.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he was never like an impersonator or anything
No,
like
no.
that, but he sounds like Elvis. And my brother and sister will say that they named me. Like,
Your brother and sister
yeah.
said that? Okay.
So the story is, whatever reason, and they still do it apparently. They get the gender of the baby just by the heart rate.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wait,
and
is
they
that a Taiwanese thing?
No.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it.
But they still do it. And,
Okay.
And I've heard of other instances just recently, like in the last few years, where they thought the baby was going to be this gender just by the heart rate, and it was another gender. So
Yeah.
they thought it was going to be a girl. I guess they came up with a bunch of girl names. And everybody always asked me, what was the girl names? I don't know. I've never asked them. So whenever it came out, I was a boy. They didn't have any boy names prepared. So my
Nice.
brother and sister say that they suggested to my parents
Elvis.
that they would name me Elvis. And
Yeah.
my parents are like, no, it's not your choice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But my dad was an Elvis Presley fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, who wasn't? Who wasn't
Yeah,
at that
right.
time?
Yeah.
Elvis
Yeah.
was a man, right? So I just came out with that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. It's just kind of spur of the moment. That's what they decided.
They do say, people say, right, are you an Elvis man or are you a Beatles man? You ever
I'm
heard
both.
that?
Yeah, why
No.
could you? Yeah, both.
Yeah, both.
Both?
But were they? Yeah, they're.
But you got to favor one more than the other, right?
You don't have to, but I do.
They're
Okay.
different, though. You got a solo artist versus a band.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's true. That's like saying In Sync or
Why is
but I don't know.
Usher.
Or Usher,
Usher,
right? or Bobby
boy.
Brown.
Hey, same time. That's not bad.
I was
You
gonna
did good
say
on that.
I was gonna say R. Kelly, but then like nah, it's, too soon.
They're going to go Michael Jackson on that one.
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5 with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
There
Don't
you go.
get me started on the Michael Jackson right now. I just saw that documentary.
Oh, I don't want to watch it. I heard it has bad ratings because people just don't want to watch it.
Yeah, don't watch it.
I don't want to
No.
watch it.
Don't
Don't
watch
watch
it
it.
bad or don't watch it because it's just like not good things.
Well, you don't have kids?
Both.
No, I don't.
Then you probably can watch it.
Yeah, you probably could watch it. But also, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, dude.
Oh,
So
there you go.
You know?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Nah.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it?
Do you?
Well, what do you think? I mean,
Okay. Here's the thing.
Wait, let me start this off then. Are you a fan of Michael Jackson?
casual fan.
More than the casual fan.
Are you more of more than a casual?
Yeah,
fan?
I'm a fan of Michael Jackson. Of his music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Like growing up, I'm still a big Michael Jackson fan.
You know, I always tried to dance like him. I tried to sing like him.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, little Michael, big Michael,
Yep. Yep.
Caucasian Michael,
Yep.
black Michael.
Yep. All
I
that.
tried all of those.
All that.
Yeah.
Dead Michael, alive Michael.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Hidden Michael because
Right.
he's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't believe that documentary, man.
That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Here's the thing. Okay, well, the documentary. I've never seen a documentary.
Okay.
All right, so when you say you don't believe the documentary, you don't believe the facts that are told in the
Yes.
documentary?
You don't believe the people who are making the allegations.
Right.
I would
and
say the
I wouldn't
people.
say facts. The
I would say
people
the
making
people.
the allegations.
Because from what I hear, those guys, or at least one of them, I've never seen it. I don't even know who they are, the names
Uh-huh.
are. But one of them, I guess, testified in favor of Michael Jackson during one of his trials from back in the day when he
Yes.
was alive.
defended
Yeah,
him.
he
Defending him.
Defended him.
Correct. Is that in the
Yes,
documentary?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
So-
then he turned around.
Now he's
As a 21-year-old.
Oh, there you go.
money.
As a
Yeah.
21-year-old, he defended him.
Okay, as
So
a
he-
21-year-old, as a man,
As a man.
as a young man.
Yes, as a man.
Okay,
Yeah.
and now
That's right.
it's money.
Yeah.
That's why
He-
I don't.
Yeah.
But do you remember LaToya Jackson coming out and speaking against Michael Jackson about how that he shouldn't be? She never said that he sexually molested kids, but she said, "What 35-year-old man spends 30 days with a kid?"
Michael
Right?
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But she said, like, I've seen checks to pay off the parents, like written checks from Michael or Michael's estate or whatever.
Maybe. I don't know.
He's dead. You know what?
Yeah.
Let him
maybe.
rest?
Why?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
How you-
Allegedly dead?
Yeah.
Wow,
I've seen
you're not one of
conspiracy
those
theories.
guys.
I'm a
Oh.
conspiracy theorist.
He's over there
at
hanging
heart.
out with Tupac.
Yeah.
Tupac.
over in
Is Elvis
Cuba.
still alive? Do you see that thing on?
Oh, Elvis.
Yeah.
They
was
found
it?
right?
Elvis in San Diego.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
homeless
I
guy
heard
just
that.
had a heart attack.
Yep. Anyway,
Yeah.
but dude, you don't go through that and not shed tears. Okay? No matter how many times you tell something that's real. Like if you were to ask me, tell me your testimony, man. Give me your life story, you know? I'm gonna cry every time. Because it's still that deep.
Yeah.
You go through something like that that's way deeper, you're gonna cry when you tell it.
Yeah.
There was dry tears, dry crying. That what are you wiping up?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But it's this.
Right.
And
yeah.
I could see where this comes in because he was one of the main guys. He was a dance coordinator, you know, and did like Britney Spears and I think in Sync.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt that. Who directed that documentary? Or I guess were those guys, are they part of that documentary?
Yeah.
Or did they just get interviewed?
I
for
think
the
they
documentary?
funded it, right? That was their thing,
I
maybe.
don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it was like their thing. Like they put together the
Yeah.
crew and all that stuff,
Okay.
and then pitched it and sold it.
Yeah.
But probably sold it for a lot of money because they
Right.
probably needed it.
Mhm.
You know, that's just my theory after watching it, but not good enough. In my
Yeah.
opinion, it wasn't good enough.
So that's why you're saying we shouldn't watch it because it's just
yeah,
yeah.
it's nothing you haven't heard already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and before I watched it, they're like, yeah, there's pictures and proof. Nah, there wasn't pictures. You know,
They didn't produce anything?
somebody has said, oh, there's a picture of Michael Jackson in the bed with the kid. So you're thinking, oh shoot, they're pillow fighting naked or something. I don't know. You know,
No,
what I
I'm
mean?
not picturing that.
No.
No.
But it's just they're in a room and they're on the edge of the bed laughing or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's obviously more people because it wasn't a selfie kind of a thing. You know what I mean? It just wasn't. It wasn't hard facts.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It's
Yeah.
really hard. So now we're gonna get into did he molest any kids or not?
I don't know.
We don't know. It's
Yeah.
never been proven. We don't know. But is it possible that this guy was really deprived as a kid from his youth, it was taken away from his youth, really didn't get to experience himself as a kid, that he was somehow vicariously living through these kids. Well, not vicariously if he had them with him, right? But he wanted to enjoy the youth that he didn't have.
I could see
by
that.
spending time with them and all that,
I could see that. Maybe.
Who's more at fault though? Isn't the parents
The
more
parents.
at fault?
Oh, the parents, yeah.
Because
Sure.
I mean, no matter what, I don't care how famous you are, I'm never gonna say, "Oh yeah, you can hang out with my kids unattended."
Sleepover.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
there. You can hang out with the kids. I'll be there, but
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know.
Well, I would never. Actually, no. I would. Let me rephrase that. I would never let somebody just hang out with my kids while I'm supervising. It's just,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. But the parents are at fault.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
And if he did molest any kids, then I mean, no, there's victims out there, and they should be heard. Maybe they're too young, but like you said, something like that you're gonna carry with you, and you're not gonna dry tears. It's gonna cause some damage to you.
Yeah. Watch it.
Nah.
Nah.
Nah. I didn't even watch the R. Kelly thing.
Yeah,
Nah, me neither.
I didn't watch that
I just
one
saw
either.
the memes.
I didn't watch that one either.
Because, that guy's he's another. Anyway, so Elvis, welcome
No
to
way.
California from Texas.
Yeah.
How long have you been here in California?
Been here since '92, so I've been here
92?
a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, right
Been
on.
here since
Nice.
'92.
So your parents, okay, you said your brother and sister were in Taiwan.
Yeah,
That's where your parents lived in, right?
that's
And
where
then they came out here,
That's where they were born. They
all
came out
four
here.
of them.
Yep.
And then they came out here first time they came out here, or did they, like, I've heard of people like that were here, traveled to Europe, had their kids over
Yeah.
there, and then came back.
Yeah, I think they came. I don't know the full story.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's before me. Came out to California first, I think, and then they went to Canada, and then they ended up in Texas for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then back out here now.
Back out here, so they were here.
Yeah, they were in Hollywood. Yeah,
okay.
they were in Hollywood for a couple years, I guess, from
Yeah.
Taiwan to Hollywood,
Yeah.
and then they went to Toronto, I think. I'm not too sure about that one, but yeah,
Show
ended up in
business,
Texas,
baby.
and then back here now.
So 92, you were at 35. You must have been about 42.
Yeah, you didn't.
Math?
not good
No?
at math.
No, I'm not good at
I
math.
think you went that way.
So you're 8 years old.
Yeah, I was 8 years old.
8 years
when I
old when you
came.
came to California.
That's right.
How much of it was it that different, Texas to California? I mean, you're 8 years old. You pretty much can tell.
It's still different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But were
100%.
you able to? Was it big, the impact for you, like the experience from Texas to California?
No, I was 8.
You couldn't tell really. It
No.
was just
Yeah, I don't remember much of anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if I blocked it, but I don't remember much of anything. Texas was in the neighborhood that I grew up in. It was already changing. Arlington area. I remember growing up as a child. Across the street from our home, it was just like a field.
just dirt, open field.
Just dirt. And then whenever we left, it was all houses. So it was already like
Fast changing.
getting populated and people were moving in. So we moved out of there and then came here, and it was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So you've been here ever since?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your parents they came out here for work.
So, so my dad's a pastor,
Oh, okay.
and that's the main reason we came out here. Is he wanted to go to a seminary that they had out here,
Yeah.
so he moved out here to go to that seminary. So
Okay.
picked up the whole family, went to seminary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pastors travel a lot, huh? Like
They do.
they move from state to state, sometimes country.
oh, it depends.
Depends.
Yeah, it
yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's like my dad. Yeah. Came out here, went to seminary.
your dad was a pastor?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Youth pastors. And then he went to seminary out here and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
All right, no.
Yeah. That's how he met my mom. Yeah. I was going to say something about my mom earlier and I forgot. Anyway.
Nice.
Maybe you'll remember.
Yeah. Maybe it'll come back.
Yeah.
So I invited you on because I wanted to talk about jiu-jitsu because
Yeah.
lately we've been getting we're trying to get out our fighters, all different types of fighters we've had. You
Yeah.
know, like we talked about earlier, John Molina, the boxer. We just had on Chris Casamassa, who played Scorpion in the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh wow.
He's actually my son's Shihan. So,
Okay. Shiano, and that's for what martial art?
Karate.
Karate.
Was it karate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Karate.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What kind of karate?
karate. But I don't know, man.
Break tables, boards.
What kind of karates are there?
A whole bunch.
No, his
Whole
karate.
bunch.
He came in and he said like
Shotokan.
his dad came in and then they did like he was like the first guy that introduced like a mixed martial art type of thing.
Right. That's right.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of them say that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, a lot of say
Yes,
that.
I've heard
A lot of the
people
old
say
school
that.
guys, all of them, they got to be the first. They got to be the
Yeah.
pioneers
Yeah.
or something like that. They always got to say
See,
that.
I always thought it was Bruce Lee, but then you know.
But then people say Bruce Lee never fought nobody.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he had this underground fight. Oh, where? When? You know?
Yeah.
I saw a video
Of
Which one?
of Bruce Lee underground.
Like an actual fight.
Yeah.
I've never seen no video.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But you know how it is, though. If you didn't see it, it never happened.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
world
yeah,
of
no-
social
no
media, right?
pics, no
Instagram.
proof.
Yeah. It's no proof. And there's nobody that says like, oh yeah, I fought Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they just
Because
said,
all he did was demonstrations, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All he did was demonstrations and teach.
Mm-hmm.
And teach. So he was a good teacher and he was amazing. Physical specimen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Physical specimen. And, you know,
Yeah.
just built his reputation off
Yeah.
of that, I guess.
Huh.
You know, but not trying to take anything away from Bruce Lee. You know, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody thought he was amazing. But there's arguments out there that say, you know, he never fought anybody.
Yeah.
So how do
I
we
never-
really know
never
he's
knew
that
that, man.
amazing?
How many times do you think people have compared him to actual fighters? Like, who would win in a match? Would
Oh,
it
they
be
do that all the
Oh,
time.
all
the
the time.
time.
He's in
right?
he's in the
All the time.
UFC game.
Is he really?
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
He's a
Yeah.
character.
In the
in
most
UFC.
recent one or what?
Got to be a couple years now.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
really play video games, so I wouldn't know. But so he's in the game. Is that like a cracked? What is it? Code you have to crack or anything like that to get
don't
to,
know.
or
I
he's
don't
just available?
I didn't play the game.
It's
Oh.
just like
I just know he's in
Bruce
the
Lee
game.
against like
Yeah.
McGregor.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend, and yeah, people say that he's
I
like
never knew
MMA
that.
guy.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
He's never actually fought anybody. I just
no.
figured he has.
They've all been, if anything, exhibition matches, but those are all like they say, the more like
Show.
demonstrations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes
So,
sense.
but you're a fighter. I mean, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. I've been doing
Instructor.
jiu-jitsu for a while. I teach now. I did a couple years of pretty heavy competition,
Yeah.
but I
Like
kind of
Pan Ams and all that, or
Yeah, I did Pans.
Worlds?
I did Worlds Masters.
Mhm.
I did regular Worlds, adult Worlds, once, and then did Nogi Worlds. Yeah,
Nogi.
did all in the Masters divisions. You know, American Nationals, some Opens, and the kind of the top jiu-jitsu organization that puts on promotion, that puts on the events is IBJJF.
Mhm.
So yeah, International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation.
yeah,
And they hold all these, and Pans is actually coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming up in a couple weeks,
Mhm.
maybe a week. But they put on these events all year long, all over the world.
yeah.
Yeah, Europe, everywhere, Asia, everywhere. So you can compete every single weekend basically if you wanted to.
Damn.
But yeah, I did a couple years of pretty heavy competitions, and then I had meniscus surgery.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that slowed things down a couple. Took a couple months off, trying to recover, and then just recovering slowly, and then.
What's that?
What's that?
What's that?
Meniscus surgery?
Oh.
The knee.
Oh, I thought you said my biscuits.
Yeah, biscuit surgery.
You had a biscuit
Yeah,
surgery
on your
Yeah.
butt?
yeah.
Your knees?
Yeah, my right knee.
My knee. Meniscus. Kind of.
Meniscus.
My knees.
Meniscus.
Meniscus.
Yeah, I had a tear in my meniscus.
Yeah.
It locked up, and had surgery, and then just kind of slowed things down, and then went back to training, just getting better, and then kind of just got away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
So
far
now
as
I'm-
competing wise.
Yeah. So now I'm teaching again, trying to train more and trying to get back into competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you get into jiu-jitsu?
Oh man. I've kind of always been into martial arts. My parents never really let me. I was playing violin. I started violin at 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
they-
good at the violin?
No, not anymore.
Oh, man.
No, not anymore. I played
I was
violin.
gonna say, we got one done.
No, I started playing violin at 5. I stopped taking private lessons 15, 16, something like that. But I played all through high school in orchestra. I was in orchestra.
Wow.
Yeah, playing violin. So yeah, pretty heavy on it. And I stopped. I just got away from that. I didn't want to do it anymore. And the whole time I was taking violin lessons, my parents were like, you can't play football, you can't do this, can't do that. So, I was always into that. Always into the outdoor things and
Yeah.
just running around, bumping into things. And then whenever I finally had the opportunity to do jiu-jitsu, I just got into it. What happened was I was doing a boot camp And I knew a guy, and he's like, hey, I opened this gym, and you got to come to boot camp. You got to come to boot camp. You got to come to boot camp. And I was like, all right, fine. I'll go to boot camp.
Yeah.
So I started from boot camp, and it was a boxing gym. And so he was like, oh, come to boxing at night. So I just became a gym rat.
Yeah.
Whatever was happening, I went to boot camp, went to boxing, went to kickboxing. And whenever they finally offered jiu-jitsu, they've offered Japanese jiu-jitsu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And just got into both.
What's the difference? I'm sorry to stop you there, bro. What's the difference between Japanese and Brazilian jiu-jitsu?
Japanese jiu-jitsu is traditional. So it's no competition, really. It's the style, and Japanese jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of different kinds, just like there are, karate. Brazilian jiu-jitsu is just like, there's just Brazilian jiu-jitsu. There's a lot of schools, but it's just Brazilian jiu-jitsu. With karate, there's so many different Okinawa Te, Shotokan, I don't even know which other ones. And with Japanese jiu-jitsu, there's like Aikido, there's a whole lot there too. The one I did was Kokodo Jiu-Jitsu, and it branched off of Hakuryu. Yeah, Hakuryu Jiu-Jitsu. So anyways, there's a whole lineage. There's always a lineage.
So
for
these are all
things.
names of like masters? Or
the art.
Yeah.
The art, the style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the style of the Japanese jiu-jitsu. Because like it was like Aikido went one way, and then Hakuryu went one way, and like Daito Ryu was like the first.
Yeah.
It's like Daito Ryu, and then what happens is like the guys at the top have a disagreement, and they split off. So one guy's, I'm going to start my own art.
Yeah.
And he started Aikido, and then this guy started Hakuryu from that one.
Yeah.
So and then from Hakuryu, it went to Kokodo, and it's traditional. So it's just working the waza, working the techniques, and just, figuring out, okay, how does this work, and just kind of working your way up until you get to Shihan level and above. Past that, Shihan's just teacher.
Yeah.
So you get to teacher level, and then you have levels within Shihan level.
Right.
So you just work your way up, just like anything else, just working the waza, practicing the techniques, and just getting better at. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like wrestling. It's like full 100% resistance. You're trying to stop me from doing whatever I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to submit you, choke you, arm bars, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I know I have the ability to hurt you, and you have the ability to hurt me. So we got to just go at it and figure it out. Like one of us has got to win.
Yeah.
Right. So we just go at it where the Japanese jiu-jitsu is just, okay, let's just work the technique, Oh, like, okay, that didn't work. And it's just working. Yeah.
Would it be safe to say that it's good to start off with Japanese jiu-jitsu and then work your way to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, or just get to Brazilian jiu-jitsu?
Either way. I think with Brazilian jiu-jitsu or Japanese jiu-jitsu or even karate or taekwondo, for me, I recommend Brazilian jiu-jitsu just because of the situations you get put in Brazilian jiu-jitsu and how useful it is overall.
It's more real life, right? Like that's going to happen in real life situations.
Yeah, you see like, law enforcement taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu, they really don't, I mean, you got Krav Maga out there, that some people take that, and, and again, any martial art will give you a step up on somebody who's not trained.
For sure.
Any martial art,
for sure.
Because it's all about body control. It's all about your mental state. Whenever you're really stressed out, or whenever you're under a lot of pressure, you're really uncomfortable situation, you know how to handle it.
Right.
So, but Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to me, it's just like full on. You're in a really bad position, how you're going to handle it. And you get to learn. You get to screw up whenever you train. You get a tap, you get a mess up, and you do it again until you're like, okay, I figured this out. I know how to get out of this position. So I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the best to facilitate that learning. So you know how to handle those bad situations. But I forgot your question. Kind of went off on this thing.
The difference between
Japanese.
No, but
and
you asked
Brazilian.
something else after that.
Oh no, I said
the
introduction to it.
Right.
So would you start off Japanese?
Oh, that was
Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah. So any martial art you get into, for me, taking both at the same time really helped me out. Getting the concept, the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, because it's looking at what makes the technique work. Because you're not fighting the whole time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're just working the tech. Okay, this, I need to stand over here. I need to put my arms here. I need to put my elbows, whatever it is, you're looking at that. And it trains you to look at the small details of the technique. Where Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you're just like, you're hitting, you're just colliding bodies the whole time.
Yeah.
So you really don't have time unless you really become a student of the art to do that. But whenever you're in that situation, you really don't have time to work your technique in that way because you're fighting somebody head on. If you go for an armbar and you screw up, you really don't know how you screwed up unless you sit there and you drill it and drill it and drill it and drill it, which you can. But whenever you're in a sparring situation, you can't, because you either get the armbar or you don't.
Yeah.
Where to me, the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu helped out slowing everything down and giving that mindset of like, okay, I need to make this technique better. How do I make it better? Where do I need to put my, just all the body mechanics. And then also with the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, it focused a lot on the joint manipulation. So it accelerated my understanding of how to better on the body mechanics.
Yeah.
And how I can use my body to manipulate somebody else's body so their body doesn't bend anymore, doesn't move anymore,
right.
So it's just pain resistance and not pain resistance, pain compliance, right? That's the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. It's like, I want to put you in pain, lock you up somehow. And, it's really subtle, the movements. But yeah, just the subtle locking out of the joints and balance breaking and, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu or Japanese martial arts is a lot, focuses a lot on balance breaking. So the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu helped out a lot on those aspects. I don't know if that's kind of like.
No, it actually sounds like jiu-jitsu in general is like a game of, because it's often compared to chess, right? So it's like Japanese jiu-jitsu, it's like that slow, long game of chess, whereas Brazilian jiu-jitsu, now this is just what it sounds like, is that speed chess, that where you go to that park, right, Central Park or whatever it is in New York, and then they just do that speed test.
Yeah, I would say Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I would say Brazilian jiu-jitsu is like chess.
Yeah.
Where Japanese jiu-jitsu, it's like it's not like chess.
Nothing.
No, because you're not sitting across from somebody who's trying to stop you. I mean, yes and no, because somebody's gonna try to like manipulate, because they don't want the pain, so they're gonna try to get comfortable somehow, and then you have to find out how to catch them in that pain.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit, but whenever you think about chess, you make a move and somebody else makes a move.
Right.
And it's not so much like that in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I would say, would be more like chess.
More like chess.
Yeah, because in chess, right, you make a move, you know you made a mistake when that person shows you made a mistake.
Yeah.
It's not like that with Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. You keep on working it. Like, if you want to compare it to chess, like Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, it's like basically sitting down by yourself, right? And you have somebody across from you, and you can make a move, and then you just, the guy will say, okay, well, you kind of make a mistake there, and then you can move it back, and then you can make another move. The guy, okay, you kind of made a mistake there, right? Or the guy takes it, and then you kind of reset, and then you make that move again, and you try to figure out which move is the best move at that time with that piece. So that's more like the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu training. Where the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training is more like, let's just play and then I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'll get better by just like losing a bunch of times.
So Japanese is more like getting that fundamental right and the balance of it. Knowing how to use the leverage and, like you said, joint manipulation.
Yeah. And I think Jiu-Jitsu is a lot like golf. It's you get up because the opponent is the course. The opponent is nature. The wind. It's the course, what kind of rough you're playing in, and you gotta kind of manage it all. Yeah. You gotta take all that in, but you're not gonna know how to manage it all until you play it, until you're put into that situation, until you have to use my 9-iron out of the, whatever it is. I'm 170 yards out in the bunker, right? But you can also go to the driving range and practice all day long,
right?
So I think that's. Golf explains everything. Golf is life.
I've never heard it compared to golf, but that makes a lot of sense.
Golf is life. I think jiu-jitsu is life. Yeah. Jiu-jitsu is totally life. You get put into bad situations, you figure it out. You got no control, right? You can only control yourself.
Right.
I can't control what you do. You're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, right? I can only control me getting better, me not getting frustrated, and me not having an ego, tapping and doing it again, just trying it again. Yeah.
Have you ever had to use jiu-jitsu outside of the?
No, thankfully not. Thankfully not. Good. Yeah, not outside. Never got in a bad situation. I try to just avoid. Yeah, that's the best. That's the best way to keep out of the situation.
Did you ever watch that video with Matt Serra in Vegas?
Which video? No.
There's a video in where Matt Serra, Matt Serra.
Yeah.
So Matt Serra is a Hall of Famer UFC, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. He still teaches up in New York. Or New Jersey, or where's it?
Somewhere.
Where's that island? Staten Island?
Staten Island.
Whatever.
Long Island?
Long Island. That's what it is. Long Island.
Oh, like the iced tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a video. He's in Vegas, and this guy's just getting out of control. Drunk dude, right? He's like,
I saw that.
yeah. And so anyways, the guy's just out of control. Stands up, wants to fight him, and he somehow diffuses it by using jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah.
And he just pretty much pins him, and he has him down. The guy can't do anything. He's trying to buck him off, and he can't.
Yeah.
Because he's using the jiu-jitsu, the
Right.
leverages and all that.
Yeah.
And he finally tells the cop, he's like, "Hey, you got him."
Oh,
you know?
I did see that. I did
Okay.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like yelling at the cop.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, no, I'm not getting off of him until like you do something.
Until I know that you can, get him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something. So you've never had to do anything like that.
Never had to do anything like that. Yeah, I walk away.
Yeah.
I let the law enforcement take care of that. I don't want anything to happen to me for one.
Yeah.
Like it's not worth it. I don't want, if it's physical harm, I don't want any of that. If it's trouble with the law, I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Is that
Walk
something
away.
that Elvis Chen applies to in life in general, or did you get that from jiu-jitsu? Like, is that something that they teach you guys more of like a Zen?
Japanese Jiu-Jitsu is more like yeah, definitely. You know, Japan, it's all about just meditation, you know, all that Zen. And no, I didn't. That's just what I do. Yeah, it's just what I do. I just try to, I try to think about it and say, no, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, I stand up. I would stand up for, what's important, friends and family whenever they get into some trouble.
Yeah.
But other than that, if it was just me, I don't need none of that. Yeah. I'm not going to fight. My ego's not that big.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can bark at me all day long. You can call me whatever you want. I'm not going to fight you. I had a guy pull a knife on me once, but it was like some stupid situation. It was at a park and he was older. And he was cursing at me, and I was like, and I stepped up. Like, we weren't even that close. We were probably at first 5 feet away, and he was cursing at me, and I just took a step forward. I'm like, hey man, like you don't have to curse at me. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he pulled a knife out. It was still like he didn't take the blade out, but he like pulled it out of his pocket. And I'm like, really? And his daughter or whoever, somebody younger, was with him. And I was like, man, like, are you setting this kind of example for her?
Yeah,
like, is this your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dumb. And I was like, I'm calling the cops. Like, it's a park. It's broad daylight, right? I'm out here walking the dogs.
Yeah.
And you got your dogs. And that's kind of what happened. He had these small dogs and I had a pit bull.
Yeah.
And, like, my pit bull just, like, ran over because the small dogs ran to him. And then the small dog started screaming.
Yeah.
And he got all pissed. He's like, get your dog. Pit bulls got a bad rap. I think pit bulls got a super bad rap.
do.
They're
They
the
do.
best dogs. They're the best dogs. But yeah, he started screaming, he's going to kill him. He's not going to kill him. He's not going to kill him.
He'd have done it already.
Yeah.
He'd have done it already.
He's not even biting him. He's just like, and your dogs are just screaming. Like, you got these tiny dogs. They think they're big dogs, for one, running up to my dog.
Yeah.
And then they get all freaked out.
Yeah.
And then, he got all crazy on me. And then,
Kind of like the owner.
Yeah.
Taking up that blade.
yeah, right? Yeah. And then he just like ran off
Yeah.
with his daughter, and drove away super fast whenever I walked back to my phone. Yeah, so.
Yeah, most people, they're act out of fear, and they pull out stuff like that. But yeah, I've always said that, like, I never put myself in situations where shit's gonna get heated. You know what I mean? Like I'll walk away from it because I don't have that pride. Just like you. Like
Have you guys ever been in any fights?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So what's your record? What's your record? How'd that go? What's your record?
I've never lost a fight. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I've never lost a fight.
No, I've never lost a fight, but I don't think fights, like, my fights never really end. They just,
They dissipate.
they obviously they end, but they never like.
You're going real
It was
deep
never
right
like
now.
it was never like a knockout end. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It was never like
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
away.
Yeah. They're
No,
like,
it was
they're
just
like
like
brawls that dissipate.
a brawl, yeah, and then it just
Yeah.
all right, that's it, it's over. But it was when I was younger. You know, anything over the age of 18 was like a soccer brawl because I played a lot of soccer, soccer brawl, and then
Like on the field? Like
on the field
while you're playing
oh,
soccer?
for sure. Yeah, kicks.
That's a big thing.
Yeah,
That's
kicks
huge.
getting thrown.
Your brother
Dang.
too.
Dude. Yeah. Dude, all of a sudden, dude, soccer players, for whatever reason, they think they're ninjas, bro. They start running and they just throw up a big ass kick and shit, and all you gotta do is move to the side, just kind of let them go through.
And then throw that swing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Some of them are really small. You can just catch them and just toss them.
Keep
But
them going.
no, I never fought. Because I walk
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I'm too old. Well, you don't want to get arrested either for fighting in
Yeah,
public.
yeah.
You
You
can
don't
get
wanna-
arrested, especially
Yeah.
the damage that I can do to somebody. You see my punching
Yeah.
bag over there. I use it about once a week.
Yeah, it looks brand new.
Brand new.
It looks brand new.
Yeah. Not me, dude. I was a knucklehead. I fought to fight. You know, last episode I just told a story about how I hit somebody with a crowbar. Like it was
That
just
is.
dumb.
I could never
Hit him where?
In their back.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
What was the
Something like
reason?
Oh, my friends were getting beat up. They were
okay.
and they were losing,
Okay.
and I didn't have anybody to fight, so I was like, oh, I'll help out.
Man.
Yeah.
that. He hit the
Is
wrong guy though. He hit his friend.
I didn't know. Imagine.
Switch sides if you can't.
Yeah.
You
No,
can't win. You
if
got
I
to join the
ever-
other team.
Yeah.
Our first episode, the very first episode. So my older brother and him are friends, and I'm friends with his younger brother. We're like the same age and all that stuff. Actually, we're the same age, which is weird.
Yeah.
But I got into a fight in high school. Well, I was getting bullied in high school, and my brother just so happened to be walking by, and then my brother called his friends, which was them, and they were the big bad guys in school, you know, and then they kind of came to my rescue, kind of a thing, you know. And well, yeah, sure, yeah, but they helped me out there, so I didn't. That's a fight that I.
Man, see, that's one of the things. Like, man, the crowbar in the back. Like,
Yeah,
I would feel so bad if that guy was paralyzed or something like
Imagine?
that. Like, I would carry that the rest of my life. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't stick
It's
around
crazy.
to. I didn't stick around to see. You know.
Yeah.
It was just dumb. I was young and dumb, dude, and
Yeah.
full of rage.
Kind of
You know.
scares me a little bit.
Oh, this guy's gentle now.
Oh, he's
I'm
gentle?
a gentle giant.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't harm a fly.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
The other day. Well, you know the story I told about this guy that almost hit me and my son while we were
Oh, right.
walking, and he got out of his car and everything, and then it kind of scared my son. Like
Yeah.
my son started to back away,
Yeah.
and I said, no, come right here. This is how we're gonna defuse this. Watch, you know. And then kind of just like, what's up, dude? What are you gonna do? You know, you're gonna do something. Do it. If not, get in your car and go.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and he got in his car and left.
Yeah.
So, nah. I just
What
don't
was,
show
what
fear.
was his thing? What was he saying? What was his reason for
I
getting out of
told
the
him
car?
I told him that there was a stop sign. He said, oh, there's no stop sign. I don't stop. All right.
Yeah. People are dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's a lot of
pretty
dumb
much what
people.
it
It's
was.
just don't bait. You know, it's just like they're baiting you in. Don't bait
Yeah.
them in.
Yeah.
Don't bite.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But anyways,
No experience for martial arts for.
no,
real,
I've
no.
never. No.
No.
Hey,
I,
never too late to
You
start.
know, yeah, that's what I hear.
No.
Everyone keeps telling me like, you know, got to get into it.
Yeah, I told him like I want to try it. And then he's like, "Oh, come to the 6 o'clock class."
6:30 a.m. That's the one I teach.
6:30, yeah,
Yeah.
right. We'll go roll around with some dude at 6:30 in the morning.
6:30 a.m.
Oh, in the
Get my
morning,
butt
6:30
a.m.
There's
That's
a 6
early,
p.m.
dude.
class.
Yeah.
But I don't teach that class.
How long is normally like a class? 30 minutes?
Nah, that's warm up.
You said 6 to 6:30. I thought maybe 30
few
minutes. I'll do
hours?
that.
6:30 to 8. It's
Yeah.
it's an hour and a half. Yeah.
Okay, hour and a half. So
yeah.
it's 30 minutes is a warm up, and then you get after it for 1 hour.
Yeah. 30 minutes of warm up, and then about 30 minutes, 45 minutes of technique, and then half an hour, 15 minutes of sparring. Yeah.
What is okay, I come in super beginner, no martial, nothing.
Yeah.
What happens?
Protecting yourself? That's the first thing. It's always the first thing to learn.
So you just go right into like grappling, or I mean, I don't know
no,
the terminology,
no.
but like brand new dude, me coming in, I'm gonna come
Does it,
in
you do,
Thursday.
do you drill him? Are you gonna do drills first?
Yeah.
And then
Always
before-
protecting. Those are the first drills. Is to protect yourself, and you're only working with yourself basically.
So he's
Oh,
on.
okay.
You got to learn to control your own body.
So
Okay,
he's
so-
on his back most of the time. Then.
But it's not two dudes. It's not
No, well,
me and the instructor.
No, like first class,
but-
no. Probably after a week or two.
Okay.
Yeah, probably after 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can just sit by and just watch what everybody else is doing, and you get it. We try to, as an instructor, you try to have a good environment where nobody gets hurt. You know, there are some schools, some gyms out there, some places who teach, you know, just go at it. You know.
Yeah. What are the names of those? I'm just kidding.
Well, there's one. No, but yeah, some people, they're instructors. They hurt people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what they're about. They're
Yeah,
like, no, I'm
right.
going to win. I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Right.
And no, our school is not about that. We want everybody to train long term, right?
Right.
It's a marathon. Like, if you're hurt, you can't train. And if you can't train, it's no good for anybody. It's no good for the school. You know, it's no good for you.
Right.
Right. You're never going to do jiu-jitsu again if it's your first month
Right.
into jiu-jitsu. And you're going to be like, no, don't do it. You're going to tell people, don't do it. I got hurt. No, we want a good environment where you learn well, and we want you to be able to, I think jiu-jitsu changes your life.
You want to
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think jiu-jitsu changed your life. It gives you a perspective on a lot of things, I think.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I definitely think. Yeah.
Definitely humbles people too, though, right? Because you're always getting, you can get tapped, and
Yeah.
you gotta learn to deal with something like that, get back at it,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's humbling about it is you never know who can take you that day.
Right.
And you can walk in feeling great, and then if somebody's feeling better,
Yeah.
you're gonna walk out of there, man. What happened?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I hear that all the time. Like nowadays, you can never judge a book by its cover when it comes to something like that, because you know more than we do. There's guys that walk into that gym, they don't look like they're fighters at all.
No.
And
You look at their
they'll probably
ears.
rip your arm off, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, one of my, Jamie trained a lot jiu-jitsu, right? And then one of my friends, Joe, he's still rolling around. Big dude, he's a heavyweight. He's still rolling around, and he competed a few times within their gym, whatever.
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh, Joe.
No, not Joel. Joe. Yeah, you don't know. But yeah, they tell me, come on and work out, whatever. It definitely humbles you, and it's a really good workout, first of all, and then it humbles you. You get to learn and know what.
Why is it humble? Because you take your L's sometimes.
Because you, no, not sometimes. Probably a lot of times.
You get
probably a
what?
lot of
Take
times.
your L's,
Take your
you
L's, lose.
Oh yeah. And like tapping, people don't talk about tapping as much, but the way I've been explaining what tapping is in Japanese, I guess, view, it's death. Like it's like, okay, you killed me this time.
Yeah.
That's what tapping is.
That's like
right?
to your limit. So you can't take any more. You're done.
Like either that, or you're gonna break my arm, or you're gonna choke me out.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's just okay. You got me.
Yeah.
Right. And then you just go at it again.
You ever been choked out?
I've been put out probably twice.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Yeah. It's,
like lights out.
Out. Yeah. Waking up, looking at the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling like you just took a good nap. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely, it's not good for your brain.
Yeah.
The more it happens, just like getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more it happens, the less resistance you have to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Is that more because you didn't tap that you got choked out?
Well, I was kind of new. I think I was like a white belt or a blue belt. I think I might have been a blue belt at the time. And whenever I came to, my instructor at the time, he was like, "Why didn't you tap?" And I told him I thought I did. Yeah. I thought about tapping, but it was already too late.
That's too late.
Yeah, it was already too late. I was already going out at that time, and and tapping is there's a learning curve to tapping too. Yeah, and so one of the first things that we kind of tell people now is just whenever you don't like it, whenever you think like you're stuck, if you're really uncomfortable, just tap.
Yeah.
Just tap. Just get out. That's number one escape to anything is just tap.
Yeah.
Just reset. Go at it again.
The humbling part.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask. So there are belts. Did you go through a belt system? What belt are you? Black
belt.
Is it like a certain level of black belt? Or?
Yeah, and that's just time after that. Yeah, so there's just different degrees. Every stripe on your black belt is just time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. People say different things. I think the first 3 stripes is 3 years each stripe.
Yeah.
So if you see a guy with 1 stripe on his belt, he's been a black belt for 3 years. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And then after black, there's actually a black red belt, and I believe that's your 7th stripe, 6th or 7th stripe.
That's a lot of years, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a red white belt.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what.
That's even higher than the black red.
Yeah. And then there's a red belt, which is like, I think there's only 3 ever. Yeah. So
wow,
that's like 10th degree. They took on the judo system because judo was before Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu kind of came from judo.
Yeah.
So they took on the judo system of belt system.
Right on.
Yeah.
that's you have to be a black belt to like teach.
No.
No.
Anybody can teach whenever. So the crazy thing is, whenever I first started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there's a guy. He started teaching at the boxing gym that I was training at. His name is Adrian Vasquez, and he was a purple belt at that time. And at that time, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was fairly new. It's just exploded since then. It's huge. You see Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu places like Starbucks is almost they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And so he was teaching there, and then he ended up stopping after a few months. I forget how many months. And then his teacher was just down the street, and so I started training with him, and I got up to purple belt with him. But now the place I'm at in Azusa now, Adrian Vasquez started it.
Oh, okay.
And he should be, I believe he's on his way to a 2-stripe black belt. And
Nice.
yeah, and so he opened this place, and now I'm able to teach with him again.
Yeah.
So this is his first school, and I'm back teaching with him again. So it's
Yeah.
kind of come full
Yeah,
circle. I was
that's
like,
cool.
he always tells people I was his first student.
Oh,
Wow,
So
that's
now
cool.
I'm his first instructor.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
at his school. Yeah.
How many instructors are there at his school?
Just me and him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Actually, let's get the name of your
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
First.
Balance Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's in Azusa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a chain of those, or is that the first and only?
That's the first and only right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Balance Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
That's cool. How are you there every day? Is this an everyday thing or no?
No, just life. Like, you know, like I said, like I'm trying to get back into competing, but life is just, it's busy. You know,
Yeah.
I'm in school and a lot of church things
Yeah.
and a lot of other things going on. And, yeah, just haven't been able to get the training in, but I'm teaching Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. Yeah. 6:30 a.m.
How's the meniscus? How's it recovery?
No, see, like, it's all right. It's still kind of funky. I think I got some, I never went to actual rehab.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I got some body mechanics that is off. There might be some atrophy in my quad. You know, there's just some things, maybe my glute or something like that. Just things I needed to rehab that I never did. But the other thing is one of the incisions. My incisions are, I think both of them are numb. Like if you touch it, it gives me a shock.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I've talked to other people who had the exact same doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, no, I'm fine. And I told the doctor about that whenever I went back for my checkup, and he's like, happens 1 out of 200.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a hairline nerve that runs through there, and they cut it. So yeah, so now I get like this electric shock whenever you touch it, whenever
Yeah.
I like graze it against something.
Yeah.
It doesn't like phase me, but it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it keeps me mentally, it keeps me from moving certain ways because I know those incisions are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so it gives me like this weird shock. It's just basically touching a nerve,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically touching an open nerve
Yeah.
at the incisions. So I don't know if I can fix that. I've never looked into it. I don't know if somebody can do some massage, like physical therapy,
Or
massage,
electric shock therapy.
something. I don't know.
How long ago did you get your surgery?
It's got to be. I'm not even too sure.
4 or 5 years, 6 years?
No,
Over
like
10?
2 years.
Oh, recently.
Yeah, I think 2 years this upcoming May.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, I've heard like people that have gotten meniscus surgery, you know, years ago, you know, like let's say over 8 years ago, that the practice, you know, the medicine and practice has changed and so much that they're going back and getting resurgery to get it fixed again because it wasn't done right.
Right.
Or it's better now
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
it was then. Obviously, like most
Yeah.
medicine, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
2 years
got it
ago-
taken out. They just cut the piece out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's, I guess, what it is that sometimes it heals and they can repair it. They can sew your meniscus back together, but if it doesn't get any blood flow, it doesn't heal.
Right.
So it just stays torn,
Yeah.
even though they sew it. So they give you the option. It's like, well, we can sew it back together, but it might not take, and then
Yeah.
we'll just have to go back in there
Yeah.
and take it out. So what do you want to do? Like if you take it out, it's a 6 to 8 week recovery. If you get it sewn, it's a 6 to 8 month recovery.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you got to keep it straight and everything. Whenever you get it sewn, something, just take it out.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's like, it's a small tear. You got plenty of meniscus. You know, you'll be fine. What do you want to do? Just take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an easy decision for me. It's like 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks
6 to 8
compared to
months.
6 to 8 months is
Yeah, no way.
Right.
Yeah.
But then it's 6 to 8 weeks, but it's not fully recovered though, huh?
Yeah, still got to go rehab, but they give you the clearing to do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lifting all that.
everything.
So is
Yeah.
it more mental now? You think? Because you were saying how you
No,
know,
like-
every once in a while it still kind of gets to you where you don't want to really
No,
push it too much?
there's still tightness.
Oh, okay.
There's still tightness, and there's still something that's misaligned because
Yeah.
it still pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets a lot of buildup. There's a lot of pressure that's built up sometimes, and then it just shifts. Something pops still, so something's still going on. I really don't know.
So
what
how
it
is it for you when you're teaching? Do you know kind of favor a little bit more and just kind of
No, whenever I'm teaching, whenever I'm training, I don't think about it.
No.
Once it gets warmed up, I don't think about it at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop me from doing much. It's just the tightness stops me from having full flexibility like I would like.
Yeah.
But I don't think about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think
Mind
about
over matter, huh?
it. Yeah, I don't even think about it. Yeah, I just do whatever I need to do. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think about it.
Going back to the school, what's the age group like do you normally teach?
The class I'm
adult?
teaching is adults.
Adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adults. I don't know where we cut off the age group. I would say 18, 16, 18 probably would be the youngest for that age group. But it depends on size too.
Yeah.
You know, at that age.
So
18,
right now your gym doesn't have any. They're not teaching youth right now.
they have a kids class, and I think it's 5 to 13. I think that's the age group, and that's at 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
So there is a kids class.
Yeah. Have you seen a lot more kids signing up to do jiu-jitsu now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Than when you like first started?
I think parents are catching on.
Yeah.
Parents are catching on, and it's been marketed that way too. Yeah. I think whenever it first started out, it wasn't so much like that. It was just, you know, there were kids who were in it, there were kids who were training, but it's been marketed a lot. I think they took a look at Taekwondo and say, we got to get into that because you can make some good money with the kids programs. Yeah. So I think a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu schools kind of tapped into that and say we got to develop the kids program and then bring them up from there. Because if you have a kid who starts jiu-jitsu and then they just keep going, I mean, you got a student who's going to be a black belt by the time they're 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
That's crazy, huh?
You know? That'd be nice.
Yeah. You know what I do though? I worry, like I don't worry too much about it because my kid's got a good head on him, but is he, sometimes he's like, he walks around like, you know, he's a badass because he watches professional wrestling, WWE, and he's like, oh, I'm going to get somebody on the headlock, you know. I'm like, you better be careful because some of these kids, you don't know what kind of training they have. Them you know.
That's kind of where it started for me.
Yeah,
watching WWF. I went to like I don't even remember what kind of event it was, but you know, in Texas, you get some of those backyard like I grew up in a flea market too. Yeah, in the world's biggest flea market, Traders Village in Arlington. And I remember going to one, and the guy got busted up, probably blading. Yeah. But he got busted up from a crowbar, I think. And then, he got all bloody and stuff. I just remember that. I grew up watching, you know, Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I started taking bumps, and just me and my brother just, like, messing around, body slamming each other on the beds and stuff. Jake the Snake, DDTing each other. Yeah, just Snake. Yeah,
Dusty Rhodes.
No,
Oh man, I love it, dude. Man, I still, you know, I'll try to catch it when every once in a while.
It's not the same.
No, it's not the same. But I will say this. So you know, Ronda Rousey's in WWE right now. Okay, dude. Okay, so she just right now she signed a 1-year contract. It's WrestleMania. That's it. That's the last one. She's up for it, right? So right now she just broke kayfabe.
That's what they say.
Yeah, so kayfabe is when you're the role, when you're the heel. You know what the heel is?
You're in character.
Heel, you're the bad guy.
Okay.
Right? You're in character, right? When you are seen with a babyface is a good guy.
Yeah.
That you're just breaking character. Yeah. Right? That you're breaking kayfabe.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like people are saying. All right, I'll let you finish.
She was big fan favorite. Ronda Rousey. All the little girls love her. She's the example, right? She's showing, you know, coming from MMA, you can do it. She broke kayfabe.
Well, right? she was babyface, right?
She was babyface.
Right.
She was babyface, and then comes. You're like, I can't believe this guy's so into it. So
I thought you said kayfabe, like Britney Spears' man.
No.
Kevin Federline. Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
Breaking Kevin.
Oh no. Yeah. Kayfabe. So she broke kayfabe. So she went off and she just ripped it. Yeah. WWE is fake.
Yeah.
All you guys out there watching, you guys over here, you guys are all losers because you guys believe this crap. You know. Yeah. So she's like straight up.
Yeah. She was just like WWE.
Yeah. So now it's like. People, when she left, people were cheering for her. Yeah. Still, you know what I mean? Because they like that right now, right? They like the Stone Cold Steve Austin type, you know? So I think.
Do you believe it?
No. The WWE wouldn't post it up there. They wouldn't promote it if it wasn't, you know.
So they put her up to it?
So that's my question. Did she really break kayfabe?
Technically, she did, but. You know,
do you think
this is the first time that WWE is kind of like.
Do you think they're just pushing her as a heel now? So sure. Does she break kayfabe?
Well,
yeah. See,
so she's gonna come back as a bad guy?
Yeah, that's right.
But well, you know what?
You gotta have those turns
because of the new social media and all stuff. Like, I mean, she went out and she was getting her makeup done or whatever.
Yeah, she was getting her hair did.
Yeah, hair did, and she just ripped a new one right there. It wasn't on WWE's time. She just did it and posted it on her social media, her Twitter. You know, so maybe it's WWE's new approach to
Yeah.
to using.
They're going back into the TV 14 era.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going away from the PG era.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the rumor anyway.
Yeah. Well, then it makes sense because I have seen a lot more color in the last year or two. So
I haven't really been keeping up, but I've been watching some
yeah,
things. Yeah.
That means bleeding.
Oh, okay.
Color. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it meant something else.
Yeah.
No, you thought I was saying like there's more black people there.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Red.
Red. Okay.
Color.
All right.
This guy always goes there. Dude.
Booker T.
No. 5 time.
Hey, you know Booker T. How come you don't follow Booker T?
Was
Out of
it-
like all the characters, how do you know Booker T?
That's
Why Booker T?
I'm not gonna say it. I'll say it
Why
off
not?
air.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you guys off air, but
No, man, we could have a podcast of WWE for I could talk about the old
I know you
WWE.
can.
I can talk forever
Yeah.
about it, but maybe
Yeah.
we should have one day.
do you have people that
Oh yeah,
I'd be sitting there like a
Man, I wonder.
Duck.
We're gonna
if I can get somebody up.
we're gonna bring Elvis over here. We're gonna talk about old school.
yeah.
Some Jake the Snake.
Yeah. I know Jake the Snake was on Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Turn his
All right.
life around.
Yep.
Did he?
DDP
Yeah.
yoga.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Diamond Dallas
That's right.
Page.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Boom.
Got some
I did
Jesus.
hear about
Yeah.
that.
Got some Jesus.
Yeah.
So, did you say Jews?
No, Jesus. Well, he
Oh,
was a Jew.
Yeah,
So-
Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah.
he got
and a
some
carpenter.
Jesus. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, I guess.
or just a natural woodsman.
Well, his
No, he's
dad
a
was a
carpenter.
carpenter.
Oh, his dad was a carpenter.
So-
Who?
Jesus.
Jesus was a carpenter.
Jesus was a carpenter.
And his dad was too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not too informed with,
Yeah.
with the Jesus stuff.
With the Jesus and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Sorry.
But Jake the Snake got Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what- From
Yeah.
DDP.
Yeah.
From DDP. Right.
Well, no, the rumor is, it's not a rumor, right? They've said it so many times. Jake the Snake was ripping a promo during the whole King of the Ring thing back with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Was the what was it called, the Lion Tamer or something like that? When he came out with Ted DiBiase. Anyways, he said something about John 3:16, this and that. Jake the Snake.
Austin 316.
And then that's when Austin came back and said, Austin 3:16 says I just beat your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, is
And
that where
that's
came
when
from?
it came out with
That's what I
Austin
That's the start of it,
3:16, dude.
yeah.
That's
Damn.
yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
start.
buddy.
That's the start of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
That's
Sorry.
crazy.
So what's the attitude error for the John 3:16 on your hat there?
The Attitude?
Is there an attitude error?
No, this was just a brand I saw on Instagram.
Oh.
Like, I like that. So I got
That's
some.
cool. You
It's
buy
actually
stuff
from
off of
home.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I do.
So do we.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
yeah.
I support Instagram people.
That's right, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Sticker mule.
I actually do too. Also,
plug?
Sarah. Yeah, free plug. Sticker mule. Support stuff off Instagram. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's pretty local,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
small business. You know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of our thing here too, is to promote local business in
Yeah.
San
Right.
Gabriel Valley and all
Yeah.
that stuff. so-
J3XVI.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're a Hawaiian company too.
Oh yeah.
Which is
Oh,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool,
support
man.
all my Hawaii people.
Yeah.
Right on. Kind of like he is greater than I.
Yep.
Also, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, it took me forever
got
to
some
figure
gear,
that
too.
out.
Did you? Yeah.
I didn't know
me
what
too.
that meant.
No.
Nah,
What'd you
when you
think it
first said
said?
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just some weird, like, cool stuff. You know, like
Heady? You thought it said
I thought
heady?
it
Heady?
said heavy,
heavy.
and they're just being cool with the V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heady.
Yeah, I don't
Heavy.
know. But creative. That's right.
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Creative.
for sure.
But as far as using Instagram and the social medias, how is your guys' gym doing that? Are you guys promoting a lot and using that as a way to get people into the gym and promoting?
Yeah, not so much right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's growing still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because how long
I-
has it been open? You said just recently, right?
Yeah, February 1. So it's only
February.
been a month and a half, and
Yeah.
I think it's tripled its members. So
Nice.
yeah, so it's still growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, word getting out, still growing. Yeah.
Right now it's just kind of word of mouth. I mean, you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So with 2 instructors, and then after this episode's released, I mean, you guys are gonna go 5 times more.
Gonna
So
go global.
yeah,
there
you
you go.
guys.
Well, we
gonna-
got 2 right here, right?
Yeah.
What did you say? Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Dang it.
I got a bad meniscus too.
You could be casual inside. Casual player.
My biscuits.
Only on casual Friday.
Casual biscuits.
But
I totally would. I leave for work early, but I'm off Thursdays. If it was like a 1-day class on Thursday, I'd
Yeah.
totally do it. But
are you guys prepared to have an additional instructor, like someone that's been with you guys for a while and is ready to put that time in?
No, I don't think there's a need. Yeah, I really
Not
don't-
yet?
Not
yeah,
yet.
I
Not
don't,
yet.
I don't think there's a need. I think just having the instructors we have, there's plenty of schools with just one instructor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the school that Adrian, his teacher before that I went to after he stopped teaching me, it's just him.
How many students were? would you say that would be in one class?
For that guy,
yeah.
or for now?
Well, for him, and then now for you guys.
For him, it was probably 20 maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't really know. It was a while ago, but somewhere around there, probably around 20. And then now, we have about 6 to 8 on the mats at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get a lot more work done with 6 or 8 as opposed to 20, because you know you got 20 people, trying to get all their attention. Well, it's not like they're little kids, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah. So it's just structuring the classes. The people learn. It's. I think you have to get the right attention sometimes, and part of it is too, like, you're in charge of your own learning. They're there to show you the technique and give you corrections, and you can ask questions, but that's a part of it too. Like, you're on your own learning curve.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't have to learn at the same rate, so you can see what you have to see, and that's the cool thing about jiu-jitsu. It's like everybody sees something different about it, and everybody's going to be good at different things.
Right.
There's so many aspects of jiu-jitsu, just like golf. And not everybody's a great putter.
Yeah.
But there are people who are great. Not everybody's great at short game, but there are people who are not everybody's great at driving. So, you find your niche, you find what you're good at, you find what you're comfortable at, just go for it. You learn the things that you want to learn, and you just go for it. Yeah, everybody's in charge of their own learning, so everybody's going to learn something whenever they go in and spar and tap and, try different things out.
A lot of your students right now, do you see them, students that are aspiring to be, to compete in the sport, or they're just doing it for a workout?
I think most of them right now are probably doing it more for the workout, just because of life. I think it's hard to get somebody, and there are schools out there who are really focused on competition, and they have basically professional athletes, professional jiu-jitsu athletes. That's all they do. They train 6 times. And the time I was really heavy into training and competitions, that's what I was doing. I was training 6 hours a day, 5 to 6 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah, so your life just gets consumed by it. You watch what you eat, you watch your sleep, and you don't overtrain. I overtrained before, and I've got really sick. Yeah, you got to be careful of all of that. And then you got to make sure you're training at the right times. What I mean, like, month and a half, 2 months before PANS, 2 months before any worlds, the major tournaments, you train hard. And then you take the rest of the day and train hard, and then you drill. And you have to structure your training program so that you can be the most successful. I think everybody who's kind of at the school now, they got jobs, they got kids, they got families, and it's hard for them to say, I'm going to compete. Now, I don't think that should be an excuse. I think everybody should try competitions. It doesn't matter if you go into the competition and lose. It really doesn't. If you sign up, it's just like, trying to sign up for a marathon. Like, there are people who go and train to be first.
Yeah.
Right.
Not everybody's like that.
Right.
But if you go and you finish the marathon, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Even if you go and you get halfway through the marathon and you're like, I can't do this, that's fine.
Yeah.
You did it.
Right.
And I think that's what the competition is. It's like you walked in,
That's good.
you lined up against somebody else, you slapped hands, you said, let's go, and win, lose, it doesn't matter. You were in there one-on-one with the guy, in a match, doing your thing.
Yeah.
And even if you have kids in a family, you did that with kids in a family. So kudos, man. Even if you lose, like, if you win, shoot, like, that's cool. Like, some people are geared towards that, but other people just aren't. They're not geared towards winning the competition just because of, maybe how they are. They don't necessarily need a family. They're just like, don't have that type of aggression or mentality of winning in competitions. And that's something you could probably work on, is a competition mindset. There are so many books about that, right? Like Michael Jordan, talking about the mentality, the mental state of being a competitor. And there's things to that, how to get yourself hyped for a competition, how to train well, how to eat well for a competition, and how to kind of manage that, how to manage your mentality of, okay, I'm going to be a competitor and I'm not going to be a competitor. And so some people can do that. Some people can't, but I don't think, again, like, it should keep you from competing, because competing puts you in, sets the stage for that.
Right.
It sets the stage for you to say, I'm going to go in there and do this, because you're going to train harder, because nobody's going to go into the competition and just be like, well, I just ate pizza and a beer last night and I'm going to go and compete tomorrow morning at, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody's going to try to train their hardest for a month at least, you know, every time they go in. And it changes the whole mentality. And then you start seeing jiu-jitsu in a kind of a different way whenever you do that. Because whenever you sign up for a competition, it's real. All of a sudden, you're not just training.
Yeah.
You're fighting to win a match. And that puts the real aspect of anything, right? Of anything you do in life, whenever it counts.
Yeah.
Whenever it counts, it changes the whole aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you compete, is most of your training done on the mat, or do you do a lot of like running hills and working out, like lifting weights, or is it mostly just all on the mat?
Whenever I competed, it was just all on the mat.
On the mat.
Yeah. The only thing I would recommend anybody doing is pull-ups. Use the gi, use the jacket, the training, you know, whatever you wear for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you just use that and you just do pull-ups. You can run hills, that's fine, but I think working on cardio on the mats is much better because you're not running sprints when in a match.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing sprints, doing technique, because you're just like scrambling. You're trying to get your position, and that's much different than running hills.
And that's your cardio is just rolling.
Yeah. Just training hard and training how to win.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference to that too. There's a difference between training hard and training to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then as far as your preference, no gi or gi?
I for me myself gi. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like gi just because I've never gotten into no gi. I love no gi.
But you did it, right?
I did it.
Okay.
Yeah. I competed in no gi worlds, and that was really the only time I trained no gi. Was to prepare myself for the no gi world, and I loved it. I really did love it. I just think
Just slippery.
it's pretty slippery. It's crazy. That was one of it put me no gi worlds. Man, wiped me out. That was the most exhausted I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
After competing that, I got to the finals after 3 or 4 matches. I forget how many it was, but I got to the finals. So I got silver at No-Gi Worlds.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I lost. So that tells you I didn't win gold. I got to the finals, but I was so wiped out. I just couldn't do much of anything. And then after the match was over, I laid down on the ground in the arena, like just on this concrete ground. And I did not move for 15, 20, I don't even know how long it was. And people were walking up to me, were like, "Are you okay? Do we need to call the medics?" And I was like, "Oh, no.
Just leave me alone."
Yeah, like people were worried about me.
Yeah.
They were legitimately worried. And I was kind of worried because I didn't want to move.
Yeah.
This was the most.
It's just
and
exhausting.
and I cut weight, which may have, affected some of that. But yeah, that was the most exhausting thing for me. But I love it.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't take. I don't not like no gi because of it. I just think with the gi, there's a lot more mental aspects to it.
Well, there's more ways of getting, using the gi as on a choke or whatever.
Yeah. I think there's just a lot more, things you have to watch out for and things that you can do. And so I just like the gi. Yeah.
Like forget wrist locks. You could just use that dude's sleeve and then let's go.
Yeah. That's what you do. Yeah. You can grab your own sleeve.
Yeah. It sounds. I mean, damn, dude, I'm getting tempted. I want to sign up.
Yeah, I like I said, I totally would, man. But my schedule right now just doesn't allow it.
Gotta wake up at 6, bro.
Oh, I'm up at 4.
Oh, that's right. You're up really early.
There's a 6 p.m. class.
There you go.
You can go to that 6 p.m. class. But just go and try it. Yeah, that's my thing. Just go and try it. You don't have to sign up or you don't have to commit to it. Just go and try it.
Try it out.
Everywhere, most schools have like, okay, just come and try it. Yeah, just try it.
So do you guys have something like that come in for a week, just to try it out? And
just come and try it. Try it for a class or 2 and see what you think.
Yeah.
Well, watch out now that people are going to see this episode, man.
Boom.
You might get a few.
Hope so.
Yeah.
I'll be rad. Rad. I love just people coming in. Hopefully somebody already does jiu-jitsu. That'll be rad too.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Somebody who maybe like, life got in the way and they dropped out of their school, of wherever they're at. They just not gotten the chance to get back into it. Yeah. And just come on, show up. Or maybe they didn't like the school. That happens too. Yeah. Just to fall out somehow. Mm-hmm. And they can't go back, and hey, we got a school for you.
Yeah. Do you guys compete? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you guys compete within schools, like gyms or in the area, or is it all just kind of like you guys are all work together, or?
Gyms, like schools in the area? No, nobody really works. You're actually competing against other schools. Yeah. But not like one gym comes to our gym and we fight. No, that's all at the competition. Everybody has a team. Nobody goes in, I'm just me. You have to be a part of a school to go compete.
Yeah.
Because they have to prove that you are who you say you are. I can't just go in, and that's happened before, where a guy, you know, a long time ago at these competitions, where a guy can just walk in with a black belt and say, I'm a black belt. So they've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, who's your teacher? Where did you get this black belt from? We have to have you fill out this form, and then we have to have your instructor fill out this form to let us know you are who you are.
Right.
Because we're not just going to throw you in the black belt competition just because you say you are.
Right. And then die.
Yeah, that's happened. Maybe you didn't die. But
Danny
got rocked.
LaRusso did win that competition, though. You remember that, right? In Karate Kid? He did win that competition. He kicked everybody Cobra Kai's ass. Remember that?
But
right?
everybody know who
But that
Mr.
was just a
Miyagi
movie,
was.
Yeah, that's
true.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
But no, it is like you say. You got to have a school and have a school to
Right.
represent you.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah.
claim to be a black belt.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one more time, give us the name of the school. Put that plug out there. We'll definitely put it out there also on Instagram.
Yeah, Balance Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Azusa. Check it out.
Right on.
There you go. You got to
Right
have
on.
it.
Well, thanks, Elvis. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming on. Thanks for giving us your time, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
It was a
I know
good
it's kind of
time. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
course,
for
man.
sure,
Yeah.
man. You're
Yeah,
more than
good
welcome
time.
to come on again, talk wrestling with this guy.
Yeah,
Wrestling.
wrestling.
Yeah, that's right. Texas. No, that's the central
Wrestling.
part of it.
Von
Did you ever get
Erichs.
the
That's right.
accent? Did you ever get an accent?
Yeah,
You did?
yeah.
Did you
I
really?
think, yeah, I had an accent. I think
Yeah.
I think I had it, and I say that my natural talking way of talking has an accent.
Texan?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've got a little bit of a drawl. If I
Yeah.
kind of, I think I've gotten used to talking the way I do, just from being here and just growing up here. But I think if I kind of just relax everything, I think I have a natural drawl because I
Yeah.
have trouble sometimes of like saying certain things. Like I almost stutter.
Yeah.
But if I kind of relax, like this drawl comes out, I think. Yeah. So I do like a lot of phone conversations, and I call a lot of people from Texas lately.
Yeah.
And I just like kind of
comes
just,
back.
I
just
just relax. I just like, I don't care how I'm talking.
Yeah.
I'm just going to just let the Texans come
funny.
out, you know?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, thanks again, man.
Yeah,
Thanks again for your
appreciate
time.
it. Thank you so
Next
much.
time we'll
It was
have a
good time.
violin here for you. So
We'll
that
have a
you
violin
could,
and put it to the test.
No, don't want to do
That's
that.
it, guys.
All right, man. I'm Fitty.
I'm Izzy.
How We Talk Podcast.
Later,
We're out.
guys.
Hey, Elvis, I know you have some kind of what is it called?
A mission trip.
A mission
coming
trip
up.
coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
It's I was reading something about it, like Peru.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah. What the church did, so I had this opportunity to be a part of this church mission trip, and really for me, it's the first mission, like international mission trip that I ever done, especially at this scale. It's really the biggest at this scale that's
Yeah.
really
I did
ever
see that.
happened.
I did see that.
So the church, Faith Church in West Covina, they partnered with this organization called missions.me, and you can follow it on Instagram. It's missions.me. That's their handle on Instagram.
Yeah.
And you can see what they're doing and what they're doing this year. And they've done it every single year. What they're doing this year is they're sending 5,000 international missionaries, so from all different kinds of countries, to partner with 5,000 Peruvian missionaries.
Okay.
So there's 10,000 missionaries
Wow.
who's going to be a part of this 1 week missionaries. It culminates to this event, but it's this 1 week missionary operation, I guess you can say. So that we're just going to go to schools. We're going to do skits and plays and just talk to everybody, whoever's on the street. And just really do this evangelism missionary work in Peru. And what I didn't know and realize that Peru is the third largest city in the Western Hemisphere, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Third largest city. And that's within the city of Peru. Like
Yeah.
like Los Angeles is, Los Angeles is huge,
Right.
but
Right.
within the city, the boundaries of Los Angeles, it's just not larger than Peru.
Yeah.
So Peru itself is really the third largest city
Wow.
in the world, in the Western Hemisphere of the world.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to be doing is going to be going all over Peru, and there's going to be missionaries happening, sent to all different areas of Peru. And they're just going to go on the streets, in the schools, and just talking to people and talking to people about the Word of God and telling people about Jesus, and helping out in any way they can if they're asked to help out. And then it culminates to this final event where the final day they have 3. I don't know if you're familiar with the Harvest Crusade.
No.
Okay, so Harvest Crusade, it's like it happens in Anaheim, and it's just this huge event where worship teams, singers, and they deliver the gospel at the end, and then so it's happening in 3 places in Peru, all over Peru. So it culminates into that. So Missions.me has planned all year long for this 1 week event. And I have the opportunity to be a part of that through the church. So Faith Church, Faith Church is sending 16 to join. And the difference is we're not going in to say we're international missionaries. We're here to do our thing. We're partnering with the Peruvians. Yeah. So we need home players, right? That's the biggest thing is we need people to tell us, okay, what do you want us to do? Yeah. And they direct us. And it's already happening over there. If you follow missions.me, the people who are overseeing the organization, they're already laying the groundwork over there. There thousands of pastors are gathering at these events to prepare for this, and it's going to be happening June. We're going to be going over there June 20th to June 30th. Yeah. Okay, we're flying out June 20th, coming back on June 30th. So it's a 1 week thing. And just gonna go over there and just, man, I think if you follow missions.me, you'll see a pretty powerful thing that's happening over there in Peru.
What are you guys doing here as far as groundwork before you get to
so here we're just preparing ourselves. We're praying, preparing ourselves. We're meeting, or we're trying to get in the mindset. But we also needing to raise funds. So I have to raise funds for it. The total funds as of right now, if I'm able to raise it before April 1st, will be $3,000 total dollars. I'm just over halfway there. So I got a couple weeks left until that April 1st kind of deadline. It's kind of like a early registration deadline. So a little over halfway there. So I got a little bit of ways to go. If anybody's
how can somebody
willing to donate? If anybody's willing to donate, they would have to go to my donation page, and it's missions.me/Elvis's mission trip. Elvis mission trip, all one word.
Or they could find that on your Instagram as well, right?
Oh yeah, my Instagram as well. That's right. That's a good way to find it. Go look at my Instagram.
Plug your Instagram.
There you go. That totally slipped my mind. But yeah, you can go on my Instagram. It's in my bio. Yeah, just click on the bio and it takes you straight to the donations page. So if anybody feels, they want to support, they can go to my Instagram page and find my link on the bio.
We'll definitely post it on this episode, and we'll post it on Instagram as well. Share it so that way it's easier to get a hold of you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah,
right on.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Well, good luck, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. Good luck, Elvis.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right.